It's kind of, you know, something maybe you've already heard of, the LED bulb. It's really revolutionizing several things. First of all, you know, that overheated bathroom, you know, just changed to the LED lights, and it's cool, cool, cool. Also, how much money you save when you get that monthly bill for your electric. This is another huge game changer, and we have one of the best prices in the entire industry on this special that's exclusive for us here at HSN. It is the Lighting Science 12-pack of dimmable LED bulbs, 60-watt equivalent. You choose either cool or soft, so you can even get kind of the, you know, the glow that you want. Speaking of glow, Joe Harrison is here. And you know, Joe, you do a lot of great electronics items for us. This is one is just, I think, you know, in a few years, no one's going to use incandescent bulbs anymore.
You're exactly right. The government says we have to stop manufacturing them. They said that in 2014. So now we have to switch over to LEDs. And when you go to the home goods store or the home improvement store, you see all these different LEDs and you have no idea what you're buying. Well, today we're giving you a light bulb that's exactly like your incandescent light bulb. But the biggest thing you're gonna see is this incandescent light bulb, this lasts about 1,000 hours and it takes 60 watts of power. This one lasts 15 times, 15,000 hours, and only uses 90 watts of power. Now, the typical house has about 40 lights that are in it, within the home. If you change over all your lights, you will drastically see a reduction in your energy cost. I did the same thing, because when you talk about 80% savings, imagine, this is very common, your 40 lights, they cost about $500 a year in your electric bill. Well, now go from $500 down to $100. It's $400 of savings every single year. And this light bulb is incandescent. This lasts about a year. This is gonna last up to 13.7 years. So you're seeing that $400 savings every single year for the next 13.7 years. It's incredible. Now, when you go to the store, there are a lot of different colors that are out there. And sometimes you're wondering, does this really gonna look like an incandescent? I have two lamps that are right in front of me. You're not gonna be able to tell which one is the incandescent, which one is the LED, because now you can replace those incandescents and it's gonna fit perfectly in your house. And when you see both of them, you have no idea that this is the one right here. That's the traditional incandescent. This is the LED bulb. And it looks like a light bulb, so it's gonna work through your lamps, it's gonna work through your ceiling fans, it's gonna work in every situation in your home. And by the way, it is also dimmable. Dimmable is a very high-end, very rare feature that you see in LED light bulbs. We're giving you that right here to be the perfect replacement for all your light bulbs.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm definitely getting this. I'm changing my entire house over to the LEDs, and one of the first places I did is my bathroom. You know, hot in the summer, the incandescent lights just get so warm, and of course they burn you to the touch. And then they were just roasting me, and I was putting my makeup on, and my face was just like melting. And I was like, gosh, why is it so hot in this bathroom? And it was the lights. I have these big lights so I can see what I'm doing. I changed them to LED lights. I couldn't believe it. It's like cool as a cucumber, and the light is fantastic. And my bill's going down. Saving $400 a month, I mean, that is really spectacular. By the way, they're not all dimmable. These are dimmable. Now, what you're getting is 12 lights, 12 of them. It's usually $89.95 for the holiday. For today, you're saving $40. So $40 savings, that's an incredible savings. So it's almost like the same price as an incandescent bulb today.
You're exactly right.
Which is, I was like trying to do the math on it. How much is it per bulb? Did you do the math on it?
Well, per bulb, you're looking at $4.16 per range per bulb.
$4.16, and the LEDs are usually like
at least $10, $12,
$13. So now they're $4 here at HSN. That's why you watch HSN for this moment.
And this is actually brought to you by Lighting Science. Lighting Science is a company that's been around for over 35 years. They actually worked with NASA to develop LED technology for the space station. They have over 350 patents just on LED technology. And this is also Energy Star certified, which means the government has rated to make sure it's gonna last those 15,000 hours. And you see there are other LED light bulbs that are out there, and you're wondering, what's the difference between all of these? There's so much confusion that's out there. This is gonna be that perfect light bulb replacement. We actually have two colors to choose from today. So when you look at the two colors, we have the one, which is the soft white. That's your exact replacement for your incandescent bulb. And then you have the bright white. So that is if you're doing your reading, you're doing your crafting, doing your needlepoint.
Doing your makeup.
doing your makeup?
I use the bright white for the makeup.
Well, my wife does the same thing too. She has a lamp in the bathroom just specifically with that bright white because it really brings out all that. So
the soft white, like for the living room and for the, you know, the dining room, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but the bright white, that's for makeup and homework.
Exactly right. Them homework, very important. I want to show you like Helen was talking about the temperature that a light bulb emits. Now, when a light bulb is traditional incandescent, 90% of the energy goes off as heat. It's wasted energy. So that's why the government says we have to stop manufacturing these light bulbs. So I've got two light bulbs right here, the incandescent and the LED. And let me show you the temperature change. Let me come over here and get the temperature right there. All right, want to show you? Oops, sorry about that. There's the temperature right there. It's actually 207
We're going to hold it there for a second, Joe, to get a shot there.
207 degrees. That's how hot the incandescent is.
Oh, and that's if you have more than one bulb. Like in my bathroom, I had a whole series of bulb. It was like, I felt like I was, forget it. I couldn't even put my makeup on in there. It was like melting.
So there we go, I've got the other one right there. So now there's your LED, it's 83 degrees.
Yeah,
so
big
not
difference.
200 degrees, 83 degrees. Like my daughter actually has a little baking kit that she uses an incandescent bulb to make brownies.
Oh yeah.
Because it's 200 degrees. So now when you have like a dozen lights in your house, you're like, why is it so hot in the kitchen?
Right.
It's because it's the heat that comes off the light bulbs. There's no heat whatsoever.
Now for me, I think the other thing that is the main thing is that to not change a light bulb for 13 years, you know, as a homeowner, it's every little thing is so annoying. Like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, the grass. Oh, the sprinklers. Oh, the this. Oh, the that. But now the light bulbs, you know, you have 13 years to be like, you know what? I'm going to get back to this in 13 years. You won't even have to worry about it. And you know, as time goes by, as year 1, year 2, year 3, you're going to think, when's the last time I even changed a light bulb? You know, it's really, it's a game changer. And you think about that. They're usually $10, $12 in the store. Here, $40 off. You're getting 12 of them. It's $4.16 per bulb. So for the same price as the incandescent bulb, and let's be honest, that's the reason why a lot of us hasn't changed over, because the incandescent bulbs are so much cheaper. They're not even making them anymore, by the way. This is the day for you to kind of change over your house. So you're getting all of these. You're getting all of them. You're getting 12 of them, and they're all dimmable. They're all going to be, by the way, not glass, they're plastic.
Exactly.
So have you ever gotten a light bulb home and then you're all excited to finally be able to read by the couch and you drop it on the floor and it smashes and now get the dog away, get the kids away. We've got to, you know, this isn't going to smash and break. They're not dangerous.
That's the thing about it. It's truly that perfect replacement for you. You don't have to worry about it again for 13.7 years. And when you see the two comparisons, I just wanted to show you the two different color choices that we did, because we don't do this very often. Traditionally, we just have the incandescent, which is that soft white light. Now just notice the way the words will pop off the book. It's a very soft, very relaxing. Even notice my skin tones and the tones on my shirt. Now when you see this is the cool white that you're getting here. It's better for when you're reading, when you're doing your makeup, when you're doing your scrapbooking, when you're doing that needle point. There is a difference between the two. So many people like this or this one. You have the option, but either of them, they're gonna last you 15,000 hours. And that's the thing about like a traditional light bulb. This light bulb here that I have, traditional light bulb lasts 1,000 hours. You're changing this every single year. And this light bulb, yes, every year, it costs you about $1. This is gonna cost you about $4.16. Yes, it is a little bit more expensive, but the thing is, we're saving you money, energy cost. And the time you're gonna have to replace this bulb, in that same time frame, you'd have to replace 15 incandescents. So just the cost alone, this bulb right here cost me $15. This cost me $4.16. So it's saving me so much money that I don't have to go out and buy bulbs all over.
And what is the price of your time as well? So you're saving money on your energy bill, you're saving money on your light bulbs, and you're also saving time. So instead of spending your Sunday afternoon changing light bulbs, you can now spend it watching the game, enjoying your friends, taking a nap, whatever you want to do.
Right, and that's the convenience too. When you think about 14 years, think about having a child who just went into kindergarten. It wouldn't be until they go to college that you have to change that light bulb again.
Can you imagine?
And you think about right now, it's not until the year 2030 that you're going to have to change this light bulb.
I better set an alarm.
Exactly. And when we're giving you such an amazing price is that this is something you can change over your entire house for $150. And the average energy bill in America right now is about $500 for your lights. This uses 80% less energy. So now you're gonna save, now you're down to $100 a year in energy costs. That's $400 of savings that you're not gonna get today. You're gonna get for the next 13 years.
We're gonna turn the lights down a little bit because I want you guys to see, you know, the lights. I mean, like, first of all, the difference between incandescent, what you already have, and then the LED, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I don't know, LED, is it the same amount of light, illumination? We're gonna show you right now.
It's the same glow that you're gonna get. It's a perfect replacement for you. You can't tell which one's which, but when you take it off, you'll notice that this is your incandescent bulb, but we've had the technology, I can't even touch it. It's been around for about 100 years. This is that new LED. And also notice that it's a full dome, so it's gonna fit perfectly in your lampshade and illuminate everything. It's also dimmable, so it works on all those specialty lamps. It's a very rare feature that you find in LED bulbs. So you have that too. So when you replace it and right next to your existing lamp, you're not gonna see any difference. It's gonna give you that perfect soft white light. And you can do this on every light in your house because the typical house has 40 light bulbs. Now you never have to worry about going to the garage and changing out that bulb, getting on the ladder and going up into the attic. You don't have to worry about it again for another 13.7 years. And the thing about what the government has done is they said we have to stop making these bulbs. This technology has been around for about 100 years, but it's wasted energy. And this uses 60 watts of power. So then they started coming out with these guys, these little curlicue guys. Have you ever bought these? These actually take about 3 minutes to go to full illumination. And this, by the way, if you break this, this has mercury on the inside. You're supposed to get a hazardous kit to clean that up. So then a bunch of people started coming out with all these other LEDs. And you're like, well, what's that white dome, yellow dome, circle vent thing on there? They look like science projects. Who knows what you're buying? And by the way, this bulb cost me $27. This cost $17. I have no idea why they cost so much. And then Lighting Science came out with a light bulb that looks just like a light bulb, but it doesn't use 60 watts of power. It uses 9 watts of power.
9 watts.
80% energy savings.
So that's how much you're paying for is 9 watts instead of paying for 60 watts, but you're getting the same illumination. And it's also a dimmable bulb. So it's a specialty bulb, and it's only $4.90. By the way, when we say incandescent bulbs, price, he's saying about $1. He's not saying a dimmable incandescent bulb. So you really should compare a dimmable incandescent bulb with a dimmable LED here, and it might even be more. I mean, so we've got a dozen for you at $40 off today. $24.98 on 2 flexible payments. You just choose the cool white or the soft white. By the way, we have so many people in the ordering process. We are gonna do another minute or so on this. We wanna make sure everybody gets a chance. And I feel like Joe's giving us an education on something that we may not even all be aware. I didn't even know that they weren't making the incandescent light bulbs anymore.
No, you're forced to buy something different. And for a lot of us, you're not sure what you're buying.
So we have to buy something different. They're not making incandescent bulbs anymore.
And it's not like you go to the home goods store and think, okay, I just need a 60-watt bulb. It's like there are a dozen types of 60-watt bulbs. And this is an investment in your future. This is something you don't have to worry about for the next 13.7 years. And not all LEDs are made equally. Like, this is from Lighting Science, an amazing company to make sure that said, this is good for 15,000 hours. There are a lot of LED light bulbs that are still out there, only good for 1,000, maybe 2,000 hours. You're really not doing anything, but they're just changing out the bulb every year. This is one that's a little bit longer. It lasts 15,000 hours, so 13.7 years. So when you think about it, this is not gonna be until the year 2030 that you have to change out your bulb. And I know you're probably thinking, okay, this is plastic, this is glass. I've had this, you know, for decades now. Is it the exact same light? When you see the lamps right next to us, you can't even tell the difference. This is a perfect replacement for all your lights.
I don't want you to tell the difference this way, but if you put your hand on the incandescent one, you would burn yourself, so please don't do that. But on the LED, you will not. And I already changed out to LED. I didn't know they stopped making incandescent. I just want it to be cooler in my bathroom where I put my makeup on. But I'm changing the whole house over. You know why? Because I don't like changing light bulbs. It's one more job I don't have to have. 13.7 years. I want to make sure I get that exact. I like the way Joe corrected me because I said 13 years. He's like 13.7. Anyway, so it's 13.7 years. But you just choose if you want that cool ambiance of like a living room or the bright white. That's what I use for the bathroom. By the way, the cool is the most limited. So thank you, Joe. Now you're gonna be back at 7 a.m., right?
Yes, ma'am.
You've got a busy day.
I've got a drone coming up early tonight.
Oh, that's right, because I had it in 10 faves. Okay, we'll watch that. All right, guys.